Okay, another one. What is the difference between an awakening and the actual shift, or what's called liberation? Seems like there could be a gradual more fading out with this body. I wouldn't worry too much about all these definitions and these words. I just call everything awakening, and I don't call something liberation. I might have done in the past, but I tend to steer away from that now, because I suppose that idea of finite, if we go back to Lori Vallow, it just becomes a new belief system, and a new thing that people arise to. It's really seeing through all thoughts, and who is the person that knows it's awakening or liberated, and the difference. It's that the thoughts come up and then there's a belief, okay, I need to be liberated, I need for this to be over. I have awakened and now I need to be liberated, I need the final shift. And all of this is in the dreamland. It's the disenchantment with the dreamland and seeing that who you truly are is this moment, is presence. And in that's appearing a you. And in the you can tidy up the vessel, you can make your life more happy through all these different therapies and energetic work. But non-duality is the seeing that that is not who you are. And this idea of even awakening or liberation, it's a way in which teachers are able to communicate about it. But as soon as it becomes a new goal for you, it's in fantasy of you awakening. That isn't true. There isn't a you awakening, only in your fantasy and only in your narrative. A narrative is helpful in other situations, but this one is about seeing beyond narrative. So if your partner is shouting at you, it's important to say, okay, the partner is being abusive, this is not appropriate behavior. So it's important to have narrative to be able to distinguish events. But in this subject, in non-duality, it's about seeing beyond the illusions. And in that is an illusion that there is a you that's going to become liberated one day. Who is going to become liberated? And it does seem in the apparent story of things, for a lot of people, there is this gradual fading out of being them. But it's just, I wouldn't even go to either of it, to either extremes. Yes, I've talked about my awakening, and other teachers do, because it's part of teaching, it's part of like expressing this subject, but it's all illusory. My awakening story is never with me except when I'm teaching. That's the only time I really ever think about it. Sometimes in my personal life it might come up, but most of the time it's irrelevant. What's relevant is what's here. There's not a Lisa here that's holding on to her awakening story. Like, baby, here it is, I've got my balloon, my Lisa awakening story. I'm so special, I've had this awakening. It's really not relevant. You're just getting into Lori Vallow. Well, sorry, I don't mean to say that people are becoming murderers and doing terrible things, but I mean you could see in her story how she's got so delusional. I'm just saying you're getting into delusion about the story of awakening. If you're feeling really deeply uncomfortable, please go for therapies and do practices to help relax the system. This isn't about making you feel more comfortable. If you're suffering, there's so many things out there on offer to reduce that suffering and to reduce that pain. This is about going beyond the story of you. And I don't mean to dismiss people or make people feel bad about themselves or make them feel like they're doing something wrong. I'm just trying to really clearly point to the end of illusions. We're so lost in thinking, in thought.